I hope you guys are doing good, and thank you for tuning in on this video. Today I just wanted to talk about why the world is messed up right now. I see in the world that a lot of people are looking at why they're better than other people and they're putting down their fellow man or woman. I believe that as humans we're all a little confused, thinking that we're in a rat race and that we got to compete with one another. I think we're in the right idea of trying to all be better, but I think we could do it in a better way of trying to encourage people to be better and support one another when we actually do reach achievements. I'm making this video because there's just a lot of bad in the world, and I think that rather than fighting bad with bad, we got to fight it with good. And if this video only inspires maybe one or two people, then it's served its purpose. Even if it inspires no one, but it maybe makes you think a little differently, then it's served its purpose. I believe that rather than trying to be in a rat race, like I said, and compete with one another and put each other down when you are above someone or when you are below someone, being envious of what they have, I think rather than doing that, we need to look at the people that are a little below you and bring them up to your level. I don't think that equality is a real thing because so many people have different lives and so many people experience different things that equality isn't really possible. But rather than focusing on the fact that it's not possible, focusing on the fact that we can build each other up to just make ourselves better and each other better, we don't necessarily need equality at that point. If we're all treating each other with the common amount of respect and care for each other, knowing that that's a person and they may have their opinion, but you don't have to agree. In this world, I think people are trying to force their opinion on to other people. And I don't understand why. I get that it feels good to be right. I get that it feels good to point out when someone is wrong. But why is it such a focal point in the world today? Why is it that when someone makes a mistake, everyone will stop and point out why they failed, and they won't tell them how they could succeed next time? It's very strange because we could be so much better and we could be so much further in the world. We could be way closer to a fellow amount of respect and care for each other if we just followed by the golden rule that we all learned as kids: treat others how you want to be treated. I don't understand why after we turn a certain age, and it seems to be getting younger and younger as the years go by, that people forget that. And people will say how you have to treat them with the love and respect that they want, but they won't give it back to you. I think we need to all collectively pull our heads out of our asses and focus on making everyone better rather than just yourself or your friend. Now, obviously, we can treat each other equally, and that could be a form of equality, of saying that I'm going to treat you with the respect that I want because you're a person and because you have goals, you have thoughts, and because there's no need to just be negative. And I'm mainly making this video because I saw a recent video from the guy from Duck Dynasty named Psy. If you know him, he's a cool dude. I don't personally know him, but I've seen him on TV and I've seen him on YouTube. And he talks about how he has fish traps inside of his pond and how these trespassers were coming and they were taking his fish and leaving the traps empty. And they were essentially stealing from him. He confronted them, and rather than saying, if you come back here, I'll call the cops, I'll set up traps for you, he said, next time that you can't catch a fish, come to my place, knock on my door, and I'll take you out to go get fish. And he ended it by saying that you can't fight evil with evil, you got to fight evil with good. And I think that was a very powerful message that a lot of people need to hear today. Misery loves company. And it's so easy to turn angry when someone presents anger towards you. Rather than getting angry, look at why they're upset. Look at why they're doing the thing that they're doing. Did you actually deserve it? If so, maybe stand there and take it and own up to your consequences. People are hiding from their consequences nowadays rather than owning up to them, and I think it's very cowardly. We could be better if we own up to our actions, we take ownership of our consequences, and if we just add a little bit more respect into our lives, we could all be a little bit better just from doing these small actions. And it really takes nothing to do these. To have the respect for someone, you just gotta be a little empathetic or sympathetic and think about how you would want to be treated in a situation. Do you want to be called names? Do you want to be basically spit on? No, no one does. So why do we find it acceptable to put that on other people? Honestly, I don't have the answer. But I think that the fact that I'm an 18-year-old kid and I'm seeing this in the world and I'm talking about it, maybe one person will change and they'll start being more respectful and more caring for other people in the world. We are all in the world and we're revolving around the sun. The world does not revolve around one person, but collectively we can make the world a better place if we worked together. And that's the main point of this video. I want us to stop looking at life as a journey that you have to take individually. We are all on this earth together at this moment. And rather than pointing out how we're different or how someone is weird, accept it. We're all weird. We all have intrusive thoughts. We all have bad days. We all have good days. But basically, our actions show how we carry ourselves. If you're having a good day and you're putting other people down and that makes your day even better, maybe you're not the best person. But that doesn't mean you can't be. I think people make mistakes, and I think that as long as you learn from them and you look for a lesson and you point out where you went wrong, you are maturing. A lot of people my age and older will say how they're adulting because they are doing adult actions, whether that is sleeping around, whether that is paying taxes or having a job. I think being an adult is being mature in the sense of taking ownership of your actions, treating people with respect, and just knowing that you matter and your actions matter. There's no one person that is better than anyone. The president of any country is just another human being. Actors, athletes, they're humans. We are all humans. And we need to stop idolizing people because they got a success that we envy. How about you get motivated and you go after your dream success? I think that if we all went after our own success and we found our pride in that, and then we gave kudos to the people that also achieved their own success, rather than putting them down because maybe their success isn't as valuable to you as yours is to you. If you just say good job, that could be something that can change someone's day and change their perspective on life. Just because maybe they're having a bad day and they're thinking every human around them is a piece of crap. But because you stuck out, because you said something that impacted them positively, you're going to be a focal point on their mind for the rest of that day. They don't even have to know your name. They don't necessarily have to remember what you look like, what you were wearing, what you exactly said. But because you positively affected someone, you can make their day better, and you can make the day of other people that they're going to go and interact with better as well. It's called a butterfly effect. I believe that the butterfly effect is very real because the way that I act can affect my parents. The way that I act can affect my girlfriend. The way that I act can affect my friends. Because if I'm angry and I'm sad, maybe that's going to make them angry that I'm being annoying, although they don't fully understand what I'm going through. So rather than saying you don't understand what I'm going through, I think we need to learn to communicate. We have mouths and we learn to talk and we evolved. We need to stop acting like apes and saying you just got to figure me out. Talk. You have a voice. And rather than being quiet and being isolated, go experience life, go talk to other people, and learn different perspectives, because that's how you make your own perspective. There is no right or wrong. There is no right way to make a perspective in life. I don't even know if there's necessarily a wrong way to make a perspective in life. I think that people nowadays need to learn. And rather than learning about how the world was messed up so many years ago, learn about how it's messed up nowadays and how you can make a change just by being better than the person next to you. And I know that I'm already contradicting myself by saying that you're better than the person next to you, because I was saying don't make it a competition, don't get caught up in the rat race. But you got to try in life. And I think a lot of people don't try. And I'm making this video because I think the youth needs an idea that they matter and an idea that they don't need to force their opinion on other people. There's too many influencers out here that are saying that their opinion is the right opinion and everyone else is wrong. You're wrong for saying that.